Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for Pick a Card Love Energy Update, The Power of Three. My name is Varush and this is the Pick a Card channel. Please subscribe down below for all the Pick a Card readings that I do for you guys. We have three options, 1, 2, and 3. And the way that this game works is that we are going to choose one of these options for a love energy update within 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 weeks. This is a timeless reading, so you can play this anytime. Or you can choose the 3 time frames based on the pile that speaks to you. So you can say 3 hours, 3 days, and 3 weeks and have 3 different messages. You can also come back and do this another time, so you can kind of recycle the messages. But what I did to do this a little bit differently this time is I gave you guys 3 colors that you guys can choose from. So maybe one color speaks to you more than the others. So we have number 1 blue, number 2 red, and number 3 yellow. So choose one of the colors or choose one of the decks, and we'll see what they say in the preceding video and the following video. You can see the time caps in the description or in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, and check out my other videos on Varush Meditations as well as on the main channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, all the cards that I use are in my shop on Amazon if they are not out of print. I think this one is out of print, so you may not be able to find it. So it is what it is, but this one's available there, and I'm not sure about this one. I haven't looked yet, but when I do, I'll add them if I can find them, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and best of luck and love. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hi there, this is your option for blue. This is your love energy update for the next 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 weeks. Let's take a look at your cards. Your first card is the 7 of Swords. Somebody's trying to get away from a situation. This is the moon in Aquarius. Somebody doesn't feel comfortable in a situation. They don't want to be there. They want to take some type of route out. I think that they saw something that really scared them. This is the Devil. So I feel like they saw something that they are uneasy about. They don't feel comfortable with it. This could be you or this could be the other person. But there's definitely someone who's trying to get away from a situation that they're frightened by. Here is the next message. There is the Ace of Pentacles. I feel as though things are about to change, and I think that there will be a new thing coming into this situation. This new thing that comes in is going to bring in financial resources, or it's going to be like a gift of money coming in some way. This is not connected with the Devil. This is going to be something that will counteract some of the dynamics that are going on here. Here is the next message. We have the 7 of Cups. I feel like maybe there is some confusion about exactly what's going on. I feel like maybe there was a misunderstanding that had caused this person to be so skittish, and so now anything even positive that comes in with a lot of confusion because someone believes something. I don't think it's necessarily true, but they believe it in their heart, and so therefore anything that comes in to kind of counteract that energy, because the Devil is the strongest card here, right? So what happens is anything that comes to counteract that energy will in some way be met with doubt or confusion because this person doesn't necessarily trust this situation. They were really scared. The next message is the Moon. Okay, so this is the continuation of confusion, mixed feelings. There could be a level of attraction as well, and so maybe somebody kind of felt they were outside of their comfort zone, and so now they're separating themselves from this situation. The next message is the 5 of Swords. So I feel like this is a problem that this person faces time and again. They face this kind of issue of morale, and so they back down out of a situation time and again, and they each time have to kind of go through the same lessons, life lessons and learning. So I feel like this person in some way is you know, kind of in one way they're failing the situation, but in another way they're also failing themselves, and this is something that they have to deal with, contend with. They have to meet this situation again. They have to work through these feelings. They may not be exactly prepared for everything that's going on. Here is the next message. We have the Hanged Man. They saw someone, what frightened them was there was a situation that involved something that couldn't necessarily change. This situation involved a thing that could not change. So what they were actually frightened by was seeing someone caught in a situation, almost like if you see like a wild animal caught in a trap in the wild, they can get very kind of how do you say, ferocious and seem very frightening, but actually they're quite hurt. That's why I think it's a bit of a miscommunication that's causing delays. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a situation that continues for them. If this situation will continue in the manner in which it's now, it looks like maybe right now it's a time to step apart for now. We'll take a look deeper, but it looks like there's people taking a step back from this circumstance, and then also kind of maybe not ready for some aspects of it right now. And so I feel like both people will be coming out of this with a certain degree of confusion. The next message is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like there is a great financial success, confidence that has come into this situation. I feel like maybe there is a turnaround to do with success, like of a financial nature. And I feel like maybe this person is second guessing, but I wonder if not that immaturity that caused them an inability to face the thing that frightened them will not come back again. So I think that they're being in some way drawn back into the situation because there's some kind of show of physical strength or financial strength, and I think that they're second guessing. They're like, maybe it's not so bad after all. That's what they're wondering. But I think fundamentally there's still this kind of immaturity or an inability yet to face certain things. And so my concern is that this person will in some way face the same kind of reaction until they grow up, until they learn their lessons. Here is the next message. We have the Eight of Swords. I feel like maybe they don't know how to approach a situation. It looks to me like, excuse me, it looks to me like somebody is really quite emotionally immature still learning things, still learning about their life, still learning how to relate to others. Maybe this is the point of learning, that they're learning a lesson that has to do with, you know, seeing something that really scared them, running away from it, and then looking back and seeing that, oh, maybe this is not necessarily such a bad situation after all. But as they are learning their lesson, it's too late in a situation, or they feel like it's too late. They're ill-equipped again. So it really looks like you're dealing with someone, or you yourself are a person who is still needing to mature in a certain aspect of your life. There's the Nine of Wands, so this is like reflection and learning. So I think that even though these cards are sort of like meh, kind of here and there, I actually feel like they're really positive, because I think that this card means that somebody's going to reflect on their decisions that they've made, the decisions that they're making now, and I think that they are going to, you know, kind of come at the situation from a different perspective, or grow a little bit, and maybe not in this situation, but maybe in another one, they'll conduct themselves differently. Let's take a look at the Oracle of Love. Here, hold on. I had it upside down. I'm not going to show you guys upside down cards. Let's take a look at your cards. So we have the pearl thread. See, something brought two people together. To me, the pearl thread is like entanglement, which means like the twin flame, soulmate kind of connection. So there's this connection between two people that brought them together. However, when you meet someone who's like your, you know, your twin or your soulmate, and maybe they're not ready to have an experience, then that can be very perilous for that relationship. I think that's what happened here, that someone is in some way not mature enough, and they can be 65, 70 and still be immature, incapable. They haven't had the experiences and confronted this, and it could be karmic. So that could mean that through all their lifetimes they have gone through the same kind of frightening things. So it's almost like a trigger mechanism where they have a certain reaction to things, and then there's an acceptance. So the progress that I see here being made is that their head is turned and they're looking at something that they maybe discounted before, that they didn't pay attention, and or they wrote that narrative, they said what it was without observing. So they were infusing the situation with their subjective belief instead of in some way listening to the situation or observing the world. And I think that acceptance is the part of this karmic learning. So even if not in this lifetime, in some lifetime that's going to get reconciled. We have the communal dance. I feel as though other people have been involved in this, perpetuating beliefs. Maybe this person communicated to someone else what they had perceived or what they were feeling, and they were supported by their community to kind of take a step back, go in a different direction. But that community was only responding to the information that they heard. That person or that group of people were only responding to what they heard. They heard about the devil. And so they may not know that it was a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. And so all they're doing is trying to protect this person by encouraging them to stay safe and make positive choices for themselves. The next message is the cloak. So I feel as though this situation does involve walking away from a situation, walking away from a situation that could have been potentially really good. But I think that the good aspect of this is that this one person is learning. They're learning their life lesson, and that lesson is that they are supposed to think before they act, that kind of thing. Think before they make snap judgments, and they grow in depth and understanding about human nature. I think both people are feeling regretful. It's like one of those situations where too much was said, too much was done to build up the trust again. And I think that there's a significance in the recognition that there was a connection. So that's all kind of a part of it. We have chastity. See, the person that they judge to be such an evil, maniacal person is actually really chaste. And so I think that the judgment that was made is really unfortunate because it was so off-putting. It was so out of place, right? But that only came from ignorance. It didn't come from a bad place. And then we have the fox. I mean, ignorance in the sense of not knowing. So I feel like, yeah, very quick decisions were made for the purpose of self-perseverance, for the self-protection. And I think somebody realizes that that's happened, but unfortunately the wrong steps were made. The future is really bright. The moon in the Lenormand deck is actually a really good card. It's saying that there's a opportunity, good future, wonderful, future ahead of you, and that things will work out okay. But for the time being, there's this kind of awkward stage where the relationship is sort of, it's kind of in suspension. Let's take a look at your next card. We have the Goddess. So maybe this was too much for a person. I feel like maybe they were afraid of something to do with their own intimate life, their own resonance with intimacy, their own feelings about intimacy. And then we have the golden path. So they see the golden path, but they've already started running, and now it's like, what are they going to say? What are they going to say now that they know? Like it's like once someone sees something about you, how are you going to convey to them your true intentions? Sometimes there's been too much said or an offense has been made. Here is the next message. So there's an emergence growing. See, this is all hopeful. There's growth in this situation. So an emergence of a self-awareness. For the time being, I'm saying, I think that this is like a little bit of embarrassment that we're seeing, a little bit of embarrassment with regard to someone's feelings and owning your feelings and that kind of thing, and meditation. So again, the person is left at this point, so this is 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 weeks, right? And so at this point, this person is left meditating, withdrawing, learning. Where that's going to go, it's hard to say, but it looks like maybe there will be a turnaround, or that learning lesson is happening. But I think that they have to go through this stage. Both people have to go through this stage of self-awareness in order to kind of transform and renew their kind of a reset, right? Reset their mind, figure out what they want. I feel as though the connections are really strong. I feel as though the connections are really strong, and I think that deeper feelings are emerging. And so I think that those deeper feelings are either going to get reconciled in this lifetime or a future lifetime. So no, this isn't like a cold, heartless situation. Maybe somebody ghosted, like full on ghosted, and now they're coming in to realize, you know, how that ghosting has an effect on someone. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please make sure to comment and like and support my channel, and go and choose the other options for your 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks. Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me. You chose red, which is number 2, and I hope this gives you some good insight about your situation. So let's take a look at your cards. We have the 7 of Pentacles. So you're investing your time and energy into something. I think you're saving money for something. Someone's saving money for something. They've been waiting a long time for something to happen. Okay, let's see the next message. We have the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like they want to build a really stable and long-term future for themselves. I think that they feel like that is within their grasp, and I think it is. I think it's functionally within both of your grasp to have great success, financial success, and stability in your lives. Here is the next message. We have the 10 of Wands. I feel like in the immediate future there will be a lot of responsibilities that you have to pursue in order to achieve the things that you want. I feel like maybe there is a little bit of time in which you and this other person may have to be apart in order to achieve the goals that you want, so that you can actually make them happen. Then we have the Hermit. Maybe somebody has to go away for work. Maybe somebody has to go away for work or school or something. They have to pursue something and focus. If they don't actually physically have to leave, then they will be devoting a huge amount of their time to a new pursuit. Let's see the next message. We have the 4 of Swords. So I feel like maybe this is a withdrawal from a situation. Trying to take a break is necessary right now. You feel like you need to decompress your stress and feel more open towards circumstances. Here is the next message. We have the 9 of Rods. I feel like you have been, in some way, someone has been waiting a long time to implement something, to implement the plans that they've had, and they've been waiting for the right synergy of experiences to come into their life so that they can in some way make those things happen. The next card is the 6 of Rods. These are all success cards. Even the 10 of Rods is a success card. I feel like somebody is achieving some significant success with regard to their goals. They may not be, you know, at the top of something, or rather, but I think that they're quite assured, they're self-assured, they're really hardworking, and I think that they're really looking forward to their future plans or the direction that their life will go. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. That's beautiful in the middle. So something new and positive is coming into your life that will make your life much more busy. So the 10 of Rods becomes kind of heavy because you have more opportunity coming into your life, more opportunity, more success, more, you know, things to have to address. And if you don't address these things, sorry, I'm shifting around. If you don't address these things, then they will pass you by. So there's this kind of feeling the need to, in some way, address a situation or address a matter. Here is the next message. We have the Temperance card. So this is the card of Sagittarius. I feel as though somebody might be building a business, or somebody might be making a choice to pursue something, but that choice to pursue something is an expression of all the things that they've built up in their life until this point, and so now they're ready to show their life's work so that they can see success in their life come through. Then there's the Empress card, and so I feel as though maybe there's like a trip to see mother, a trip to see a trip to see your mother, a trip to see a feminine presence in your life in order to kind of decompress and think about the things that are happening. I feel like maybe there has been a long and arduous period of time in which work was really the focus of somebody's attention. And so now they are in some way shifting their focus and going in a different direction. That new direction that they're going is to sort of take everything that they have learned, take everything that they have built up for themselves, and then also see someone who represents a mother figure and feel safe and rest and sort of release all the tension from having worked so hard. That work has been very successful, very, very successful. Maybe this is you, maybe this is you, or maybe this is your wife, but maybe this is somebody coming back also after a period of very heavy work, very, very heavy attention to detail. Let's take a look at your cards a bit more. I have the love card, so we have across the waters. Yeah, there's definitely a trip or travel in your future. Remember that this is 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 weeks. And so in the next time that decision may be made, or you may be making that kind of journey. Across the waters can mean almost emotionally. Someone's been far away emotionally, now they're coming back because they have completed something, now they can rest. You know, they're a very goal-oriented person. The next card is the Woman of Light. So I feel like this Empress figure, the mother figure, it doesn't have to be your mother, it can be a surrogate mother. But I feel like the Woman of Light is bringing light into that person. That person is in some way very tired, very, very tired from their journey, from exerting so much effort towards a certain outcome, that they need that kind of, decompression of stress, the welcoming nature, a soft bed to sleep in, that kind of thing. Okay, so here is the next message. We have the Earth Angel. So I feel like maybe there are children in this situation. Maybe there are children that this person is also kind of opening up to again. This can mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is like traveling to see someone. Maybe in some instances this is someone who, someone is so preoccupied with other things they may have not been so present. And so now they are more present, more open, more receptive. Here is the next message. Angel of the Spirit Awaken. Angel of Jupiter Awaken. That's Jupiter in Sagittarius, is Jupiter in rulership, right? This is the card of Sagittarius. So I feel like maybe it could even be like a whole family here where there's 2 children and a wife, or maybe you are there with 2 children. But the Angel of Jupiter Awaken can also represent like the blessings coming into your life now, enjoying the things that a person has earned, the good karma that they have built up for themselves, or the money that they have saved from pursuing whatever it is that they have been working on to try to build their life up. Here are 3 Lenormand cards just to take a little bit deeper of a look. We have the Paths. There's somebody definitely, there's somebody definitely coming back into the picture, and there's a Scythe. The end of a situation has happened. The end of a situation to do with work or some kind of project. It's not that there has been a situation has ended preemptively. This has been a successful ending, and now you have to kind of take everything that you've made or that you've achieved and kind of decompress it. And then there's the Bear, which is actually, the Bear in the Lenormand is a female, protective female figure. So we have this really strong energy of getting back into the feminine, or connecting with the feminine, and having that really awaken, provide comfort, solace, and strength. I have 4 more cards. Let's take a look at them here. So we have the Healing Sounds for number 1. So I feel like maybe there was a conversation or someone heard a sound or a voice and that triggered in them a memory, and that memory caused them to be ready to kind of bring their focus back again. There's also the message of balance. So somebody, it seems like somebody, like, I don't know if they were doing a medical degree or what kind of degree they were working on, but I feel like somebody was very much, you know, caught up in a different direction. And I think that they're now bringing balance into their life. Then there's the birth card. So this is like spring renewal, coming back in, slowly coming back in after a period of not being available, not being present. So I think that the awareness is coming back now. And then we have the meditation card. Ironically, another option did receive the same card. So I'm recycling them so that you guys can have the potential of seeing all the same cards again. I'm just using different decks for the 10 cards. So I feel like, yeah, a time to really talk about your feelings is coming up, a time to think about where you've been, where you'd like to go, a time to decompress, de-stress, and maybe reawaken a new direction that you want to go. Also, something has come to an end, a project or maybe somebody finished a course, maybe someone finished something, and so I feel like now they're in some way coming around again, and I feel like this is the initiation of, you know, the relationship, initiation of the relationship again, and picking up where someone left off. So this is someone who's very, very hardworking, someone who is very much deep within what they do, and so I think that they're just coming back around again. And I think that they're coming back now that they have finished what they needed to do. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy this. Please like and comment and support my channel by subscribing. And so thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome. This is your option 3 yellow for the love energy update in the 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks. Let's take a look at your cards. Your first card is the Last Judgment, and so I feel like there is big decisions that have been made or are currently being made. This card is ruled by Pluto. There's a final decision about a situation, and I think that it's going to really make things a lot less stressful in this relationship. Then we have the Ace of Rods. Somebody's going to put forward their intentions towards you, or one person's going to put their intentions towards another person. And so really say something that's maybe out of character even. They're really putting themselves out there to let their feelings be known. Then we have the King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transits in fire, Sag, Leo, or Aries. So like somebody's coming in, they're making an offer, they're very confident, they're saying, this is how I feel, you know, let it be known, this is how I feel in this situation. There's the 10 of Cups here, which is perfect success. I like the name of this card in this deck. This is the, what is this deck called? The Golden Dawn Magical Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. I've had it for years. I think it's out of print now. But we have the perfect success. If it's not out of print, I'll put it in my shop. So 10 of Cups is Mars in Pisces. So I think that you are achieving some wonderful event within your relationship that's really coming together at this time. The King of Pentacles is bringing forward good news. It's like he's gotten very confident about his intentions, and I think that he's sort of manned up to his energy. If you're dealing with a woman, it's the same kind of thing. She's womaned up to her energy, and they're kind of confident. Then there's the King of Swords, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So there's definitely, what is going on? There's a great happiness between maybe the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. If it's a same-sex relationship, that's fine. But it could actually be like intergender too. It could be a man and a woman, or 2 women or 2 men. But I feel like maybe there is achievement of some great success, and people are feeling very confident about the decisions that they have made, and they're kind of moving forward in this direction. There's a lot of pride involved, a lot of confidence. Okay, here is the next message. We have the Hermit, which is the ruler of Virgo. So I feel like somebody took a step back to think about a situation or a matter for some time, They thought about how they felt about it, and now they're coming back with a strong energy. There's a strong energy here, an energy of an offer, good news, luck coming into this circumstance. Here is the next message. We have the Empress, which is Venus, the mother. Very strong connection here. Happiness, celebration, joy, just really positive things that are happening in this situation. Then we have the Prince of Swords, who's a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And I feel like this is a person who is in some way a conduit for sending a message. There's a lot of people involved. This really feels like a family situation. Let's take a look at your next card. We have the Star, which is the ruler of Aquarius. So I feel as though good luck is coming into your life. I think that people are helping to align and direct in a positive way. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the Ace of Earth. Change of work, change of home, change of direction for the better. I feel like maybe there's a beginning, there's an offer that's made, there's celebration, and there's joy. I feel like maybe there is confidence regarding a situation, or confidence about what you need to do. And I feel like maybe there is really good events that are coming in. See, the Prince of Swords is conveying this information. The Prince of Swords is conveying some important information. And the two aces mark that there's going to be a change of place, change of home, change of direction. I feel like there's something that is very altruistic in this situation. There's a big energy of helping someone out or helping others out in general. I feel like there's a deep, heartfelt love that is shared between people. The reason I feel like this is a family connection is there's the mother, there's two kings here, both of whom feel like they're deeply connected. And so this is probably the only person who's the outsider, but the outsider can mean someone who's not connected by birth, okay? So not blood connected, but still connected. If you chose this, this is the best option. So out of all the three, so yeah, so it looks just like a really wonderful decision is coming to pass. I feel like there's been speculation, there's been conversations, there's been discussions about a situation or a matter, and I feel like people have come into a confirmation conclusion about the way that they believe about things, the way that they think about things. Let's take a look at your cards. Then we have the Spiral Dance of the Goddess, okay? So I feel like maybe even spells have been cast in your favor or in the favor of this situation to bring about a good ending. I feel like maybe there is a push towards some wonderful outcome. There's a push towards something really positive. Here is the next message. We have Heaven. I feel like, yeah, there's definitely a blessing involved in this situation. So there's not even a reference here to something bad. This is the only reference to making a decision about something, but it's not necessarily bad at all either. I feel like this is a situation where everybody's on board, everybody's taking a certain direction, someone's speaking on behalf of another person who doesn't typically speak for themselves. And so I think that there's like a whole group of people who are in the defense of something, positive, and celebrating, very happy. There's the card of simplicity. Somebody could be moving back. Somebody could be moving back from being far away for a really long time, like a family member who's been living, far away for a really long time. They're coming back now. Here is the next message. We have the bride offers herself. I feel as though there's like a really deep connection between people here, and I think that I think everybody's in agreement. It's like almost a celebration. These two people feel like they're in a relationship, so it doesn't matter like what the gender orientation is and all of that. I feel like there's a deep love and a connection, an agreement to move forward towards a direction that is going to be constructive and positive for somebody's life, for the benefit of someone. Let's take a look at your cards. and we have some Lenormand cards. There's been a butterfly, which is like the drastic change. This is my deck. It's not published yet, but I'll tell you guys when it's ready. So this is the butterfly, which is, there's been a transformation for the better. There's been a transformation, and through that transformation, there's been a commitment that has been reached towards the outcome that a person wants to achieve. So I think that right now this is the fervor of the happiness about the decision, about the way somebody wants to lead their life. Here is the next message. There's the dog. So soon friends come in to help and support in this matter. There's not much to say beyond this is a wonderful time for you. And I feel like there's a bunch of energies coming together that are supportive in nature, that are meant to bring about a very positive outcome. It's like, you know, when they say when you make the right decision, everything falls into place. I feel like that's the situation here. Let's take a look at 4 more oracle cards. So we have dreams. So I feel like maybe there have been a lot of there's connection here between these people. I told you guys, this is like, karma works in pods, in my opinion. So karma, families are connected, and people who are close together are connected karmically. And so if someone needs to, we don't really communicate psychically too often unless you've trained yourself, but I feel like in our dreams, that's when people are most able to do that, like people who are not necessarily into metaphysics. And so this is where communication happens the most. And so I feel like there has been this outright message sent to the other people who you're involved with, and I feel like they're all coming in, they understood, like that comprehension has happened, the understanding piece has happened. There's also enchantment. That's Venus. That's all the blessings. Venus, the mother, is blessing this situation. This is a situation in which the mother's blessing, in many cultures, the women hold this kind of very magical place, like don't mess with the mother, you know, don't mess with the woman, because their ability to sort of voice a seal, you know, some seal or some kind of directive, is the thing that is like the most powerful of spells. Here is the next message. We have creativity. I think that somebody is going in a certain direction to do with creativity, and I think that there's an environment that's being created around them to facilitate that. And I feel like, yeah, there's an openness and a creativity and an ability to grow. The next message is the birth card. So something amazing. I think that psychically, everyone here understands that this person, or this is the representative, maybe this person, this person's going to create something. This is the herald. Herald is the person who's making the announcement, and these are the protectors, right? Okay, and so I think psychically everybody's coming into sync to understand that somebody's going to really manifest something or create something really beautiful. This is a beautiful reading, one of my favorites I think I've ever done. So somebody's going to create something beautiful. Friends are coming in. Like-minded energy is all in sync to make the transition and the transformation harmonious and safe and peaceful. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Check out the other ones for your 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 weeks. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.